Hello students, this is Savita Pawar. Welcome to my channel Get the Math. In this video we are going to see the solutions and explanation of exercise 10.5 of lesson 10 circles. In the I-link above I have shared the video of exercise 10.3 and 10.4. You need to go through that video. In our earlier videos we have learned the theorems up to 10.7. So here now we are going to study the further theorems. So theorem 10.8 is the angle subtended by an arc at the center is double the angle subtended by it at any point on the remaining part of the circle. Now you know that this is the minor arc and this is called as the major arc here. So the angle subtended at the center, this one will be double the angle subtended by the arc at the major arc. Okay, so AOB will be twice that of ACB here. That means ACB will be half of AOB. So the angle may be wherever on whatever point it may be either on D or either on E. So these all angles lie in the same major arc. So they will be half of the angle at the center. So therefore AOB equal to 2x. If it is suppose 80 degrees, then ACB, that is x, then it will be half of 80, that is 40 degrees, right? And if you consider this one AOB, that you have to write twice of ACB. So this is twice of ACB. Then theorem 10.9 is angles in the same segment are equal. Just now I have said that DEB, all the angles in the same segment, major segment will be equal. So here angle D will be equal to angle C, which is equal to half of the center angle AOB, this one. Theorem 10.10 is if a line segment joining 2 points subtend equal angle at the other two points lying on the same side of the line containing the line segment, the 4 points lie on the circles. They are concyclic. So this is the line segment, and if the other 2 points lie on the same side of this line segment, then these 2 points also lie on the circle. And if we join all the points, then those points are called as the concyclic points. And after joining, we get a quadrilateral. Then that quadrilateral is called as the cyclic quadrilateral. So these are the concyclic points, and this is cyclic quadrilateral. Okay. Now the sum of the either pair of opposite angles of cyclic quadrilateral is 180. That is A plus C is equal to 180. And B plus D, that is also equal to 180. So opposite angles of a cyclic quadrilateral are supplementary. So theorem 10.12 is if a sum of a pair of opposite angles of quadrilateral is 180, then the quadrilateral is cyclic. That is converse of 10.11. So it says that if the opposite angles of a cyclic quadrilateral, if a quadrilateral in a circle is equal to 180, then the quadrilateral is cyclic. Theorem 10.13 is if the chord is a diameter, then the angle subtended by it in the either of the semicircle at any point will be 90 degrees. So if the given chord is a diameter here, then the angle subtended by it in any of the arc here, either this or this, and whichever point it is, then it will be everywhere it will be 90 degrees. Either here or here, anywhere it will be 90 degrees. So these were all the theorems. Exercise 10.5. Here a circle is given with center O here, and A, B, C and D are the points on the circle where BOC, this one BOC is given as 30 and AOB is given as 60 here. You have to find angle ADC, this one with the orange color that I have shown. So this is the given, and to prove here, and the solution is, now let us consider angle, this one center angle total AOC. So it is 60 plus 30, that is AOB plus BOC. So it is 660 plus 30, that will give you 90 degrees. That is your angle AOC, right? But angle AOC is twice the angle ADC. Since it is a center angle here, This is the center angle. Okay, so this angle will be half of this or it will be twice of this. So either we can write it as ADC. So ADC will be half of AOC. So that is half of 90. So here angle ADC equal to 45 degrees. So this was from your theorem 10.8. Okay, so this was the solution for question 1. Question 2 here. So a chord of a circle, this one AC is a chord of a circle which is equal to the radius of the circle, that is OA and OC are the radius, and its length is equal to AC here. So this becomes your equilateral triangle since all the three sides are equal. Find the angle subtended by the chord at the point in the major arc, that is D1, and at the point in the minor arc, that is B1, that I have shown with pink and blue color here. So you have to write first D1. It is read as in circle C with center O and radius is R. So this is read as this way. This is a short form to write the whole sentence like this. In circle C with center O and radius equal to R. Here OA is equal to OC, that is the radius, and AC equal to OA equal to OC, that is R, that is given. So let us consider triangle now. ADC, we have to find ADC and ABC here. So let us consider triangle OAC here. Here OA is equal to AC equal to this OC, so it becomes an equilateral triangle. And we know for equilateral triangle, the angles are equal to 60 here. So therefore ADC will be half of AOC, and half of AOC is half of 60. So ADC is equal to 30 degrees. So ADC is this angle. So this is your 30 degrees. Right? Now D and B, this is a cyclic quadrilateral, and D and B are opposite angles of the cyclic quadrilateral. Therefore they are supplementary. That is from theorem 10.11. Okay. So ADC is, just now we have found out, that is 30. So 30, and it will be equal to 180 degrees here. So it will be 180 minus 30, and that will give you 150 degrees. So ABC is your 150 degrees. So this angle is here 150 degrees. Okay. Question 3 here is, in this figure PQR is equal to 100 given, where P, Q and R are the points on the circle with center O. You have to find OPR, that I have shown with the orange here. You have to find OPR. Now take another point S and join PS and RS. Okay, so that is all given and to find. Then you have to write the statement for the solution, that take point S on the other segment and join PS and RS. So this becomes your cyclic quadrilateral PQRS. Okay, therefore now this angle Q and angle S, they are the opposite angles of a cyclic quadrilateral. Therefore they are supplementary here according to theorem 10.11. So substitute the values and find the answer for PSR. So PSR here becomes 180 minus 100. So this becomes your 80 degrees. Okay, so that is PSR. Now you have to find the center angle here. So if this is 80, so this will be double of this angle. So this will be your 2 times 80. So 2 times 80, it will be 160. So this angle will be your, this much angle, it will be your 160 degrees because it is in the center angle. Right? And now consider triangle POR here. So consider triangle, the small triangle POR, this one. Now since this PO and OR, these are the radius, so they are equal, and therefore POR becomes an isosceles triangle, and hence this angle OPR and ORP becomes the base angles of the isosceles triangles, and therefore they are equal, and the center one you know, that is 160. So let this be x here. So x plus 160 equal to 180. That is sum of the angles of the triangle, and then you can find the x. So therefore you get here x as 10. That is OPR as 10. That is the required angle. Okay. So this is the way to solve your question number 3. Question 4 here is, it is given ABC as 69 and ACB as 31. This one you have to find BDC. This angle you have to find BDC. Now in triangle ABC, so let us consider triangle ABC since we know the two of the angles. So here we can find here A. Okay. So angle A we don't know. BC, B is 69 and this one is 31 equal to 180. 69 plus 31 is 100. Therefore A equal to 180 minus 100, that gives you 80 degrees. So this is accordingly, oh, this is 80 degrees. Okay. Then you have to consider angle BDC is equal to angle A, this one. Angle BDC is equal to angle A. Since this was 80, so this will also be 80 according to theorem 10.9. That is, angles in the same segment are equal. Therefore, this is 80 and this is also 80. So therefore, BDC will also be equal to 80. So this is according to theorem 10.9. Okay. Question 5 here is, A, B, C, D are the 4 points on the circle and AC intersect BD at point E here such that BEC is 130. So this angle is equal to 130 here, and ECD, this much angle, is given as 20. You have to find BAC. So this angle you have to find out. Okay, so this is the given and to find. Now you can see here BEC and DEC, this much angle. These two angles form a linear pair. So this will be here DEC equal to 180 minus 130, that is equal to 50 degrees. So this angle at the inside, this is 50 degrees. Now you have to consider triangle DEC, in which you know two of the angles 50 and 20. So you can find this angle here EDC. So here DEC here, that is 50 and 20. This is 50 and this is 20 and this is equal to 180. So this will be 180 minus 70. You get it as 110. So this much angle here D is 110, right? Now BDC and BAC are the angles in the same segment. Therefore A will also be 110 here according to theorem 10.9. Okay. So this is equal to this. Therefore BAC will also be equal to 110. So this is the question. Question 6 here is, ABCD is a cyclic quadrilateral whose diagonals intersect at point E. DBC, this one DBC is 70 here and BAC is 30 here. You have to find BCD, that is I have shown with the pink color, BCD. And second point is here, if AB is equal to BC, then you have to find ECD, that I have shown with the blue color here. Okay. So ABC is a cyclic quadrilateral. These angles have been given. You have to find BCD first one, and second one you have to find here. This is first one, and second one you have to find. If these two are equal, then you have to find ECD. So solution here is, first you have to consider BDC, this angle and this angle. Okay, so these both angles are on the same line segment BC and they are in the same segment. Okay, this is the major segment here, and therefore these two are equal. So if this is 30, so this will also be equal to 30 degrees. That is point 1. and you have to consider then triangle BDC here. So consider triangle BDC, this triangle BDC, this is 30, this is 70. So the third triangle, that is C, you can find out 70 plus 30 is 100 and 180 minus 100 is 80. So this with the pink that I have shown, this whole angle is equal to 80 degrees. So that is equal to 80 degrees, right? The second point here is now that you have to consider AB is equal to this one. AB is equal to BC. Now if these two sides become equal, then BAC triangle will become isosceles triangle. This whole triangle will become isosceles. Therefore, base angles of isosceles are equal. So if this is 30, so this much angle from here will be equal to 30 again. But the whole angle that we know was 80. The whole angle that we have seen, it was 80 degrees. So the remaining one will be here. That will be 80 minus 30 is 50 degrees. So this was triangle ABC is isosceles triangle. So these two will be 30 here, and therefore we can find ECD as equal to 50. That is 80 minus 30 is 50. Question 7 here is, if diagonals of cyclic quadrilateral are diameters of the circle through the vertices of the quadrilateral, prove that it is a rectangle. So you have to prove that ABCD is a rectangle. So given is ABCD is a cyclic quadrilateral, diagonals of cyclic quadrilateral are diameters of the circle, and therefore AC and BD are diameters of the circle. You have to prove that ABCD is a rectangle. So proof here is AC is the diameter of circle. Now if AC is the diameter of the circle here, okay, therefore angle ADC will be equal to 90 degree. This will be 90 degree, that we have seen from theorem 10.13, and also ABC, this angle will also be equal to 90 degree. That is equation number 1. Similarly, if we consider BD as the diameter, then BAD angle and BCD angle, that will also be equal to 90 degrees. These two are also 90 degrees. Okay, that is also from theorem 10.13, equation number 2. Therefore, from 1 and 2 we can say that all the angles are equal to 90, and therefore a quadrilateral whose all the angles are equal to 90 degrees, then it is a rectangle, and therefore ABCD is a rectangle. Question 8 here is, if the non-parallel sides of a trapezium are equal, prove it is cyclic. So ABCD is a trapezium here, where AB is parallel to CD, and this one AD is equal to BC, that is given here. So we have to prove, we have seen that here we have to draw a parallel line BE to AD. So this becomes ABED becomes a parallelogram. So here AD is parallel to BE, therefore ABED becomes a parallelogram. You have to prove that ABED is a cyclic quadrilateral. Now property of cyclic quadrilateral, we know that opposite angles are supplementary, so that we have to prove. Now consider ABED, that is a parallelogram. We have proved here, since opposite sides are parallel to each other, so it is a parallelogram. Okay, so here for it is a parallelogram, this AD will be equal to this one, AD will be equal to here, AD will be equal to BE because it is a parallelogram, but AD is equal to BC, that is given, therefore these two sides will be equal, therefore this one will be equal to this one. Now consider this triangle here, EBC, as these two sides are equal, therefore these two angles will be equal, therefore this two angle will be equal to angle C here, because it is an isosceles triangle. That is equation number 1. You can see here, that is equation number 1. Okay, but angle D is this one, but angle A is equal to angle E. These are the opposite angles of parallelogram, so these two are equal here. That is your equation number 2. That is, opposite angles of parallelogram are equal. And also 1 and 2, this 1 and 2, these are supplementary angles because they are in a straight line. So 1 plus 2 is equal to 180 here. That is equilateral parallel linear pair. And in place of 1, now we can substitute A from equation 2, and in place of 2 we can substitute C from equation 1, and that also becomes equal to 180. And since A and C becomes 180, A plus C becomes 180 equal to 180, and therefore they are the opposite angles, and therefore the trapezium is a cyclic quadrilateral. Therefore ABED is a cyclic quadrilateral. Right? Question 9th here is, two circles intersect at 2 points B and C, and through B, two line segments ABD, this one ABD and PQB are drawn to intersect the circle at A, D and P here, okay, and Q also. Prove that ACP, this one, ACP, this angle is equal to this angle, QCD. This is QCD, okay. So ACP is equal to QCD. This angle you have to prove. These two are equal, that you have to prove. So this is the given and this is to prove. So let us start with the proof here. So angle ACP is equal to angle ABD. Angle ABD. So ACP is equal to ABP, not BD, ABP. That will be equation number 1 here because of theorem 10.9. Theorem 10.9, that is, angles in the same segment are equal. So this angle is equal to this angle because they are in the same segment. Okay, then you have to write angle ABP is equal to angle QBD. That is your equation number 2. The reason here is vertically opposite angles. Vertically opposite angles. So this angle and this angle are vertically opposite angles, so they are equal, and therefore now this angle and this angle, that is QCD and QBD, are in the same segment, therefore they are also equal. So this is equal to this. So angle QBD is equal to angle QCD. Okay, so that is your equation number 3 because of theorem 10.3, that is angles in 10.9. Angles in the same segment are equal, and now therefore from 1, 2 and 3 we can say that from 1, 2 and 3 we can say that here angle ACP is equal to angle QCD, and hence proved. Okay, so that is question 9. Question 10 here is, if circles are drawn taking two sides of a triangle as diameter. So first you have to draw the triangle here ABC. Then on taking AC as a side, you have to draw the circle where AC will be its diameter, and taking AB as the side of the triangle, you have to draw another circle where AB will be the diameter for this circle C1, and this is circle C2. D is a point of intersection, so they both meet at a point of intersection here D, which lies on the third side BC. Okay, so that you have to prove. So for circle C1, first one, for circle C1, AB is diameter, and since AB is diameter here, therefore for circle C1, AB is diameter, therefore this angle will be equal to 90 degrees, as we have seen from theorem 10.13 that if a chord is a diameter, then angle subtended by it in either of the semicircle at any point will be 90 degree. That was the theorem that we have seen above. So therefore this will be 90 degrees. That is equation number 1. Then for circle C2 here, for circle C2, AC is the diameter here, and therefore this is angle in the semicircle. So this angle will also be equal to 90 degree here. Okay. Now they are the linear pair, so you have to add these two angles here because they are on a straight line. So 90 plus 90 will become 180 here. That shows that it is a linear pair, and therefore BDC is a straight line, and therefore point D lies on the third side of BC. So this is the proof for question number 10. Question 11 here is ABC and ADC are the two right triangles. So this is given 90 degree. These are two right triangles with a common hypotenuse AC here. Prove that CAD, this with the shown orange color, and CBD, these two are equal. That we have to show. Now here this is given and this is to prove. So in proof you have to write that AC is the common base for triangle ABC and ADC, right? And therefore ABC and ADC both are equal to 90 degrees. Since this is that is given that those are 90 degrees, that is from theorem 10.10 here. So 10.10 says that if a line segment joining 2 points obtained equal angles at the two other points lying on the same side of the line containing the line segment, then the 4 points lie on the circle. Okay, so this is B and D here. Now therefore points A, B, C, D lie on the same circle. That is the reason. Now we have to say that it is given that CAD, this one CAD is equal to CBD here. That is from theorem 10.9 here, that angles in the same segment. Since CD is the base for them and this is the major arc in which both these angles are lying, therefore they are equal. That is your 10.9 theorem, and that is the required result that we needed, that where CD is a common chord and for these two triangles. Question 12 here is, this is given a cyclic parallelogram. We have to show that it is a rectangle. So this is a cyclic parallelogram. ABCD is a rectangle that we have to prove. So consider here in cyclic parallelogram ABCD. Okay. So angle A plus angle C will be equal to 180 degrees. That is equation 1. That is because of theorem 10.11. Okay. That is the sum of either pair of opposite angles of cyclic quadrilateral is 180. So angle A plus angle C is equal to 180. Then but angle A is equal to angle C. That is your equation number 2. A is equal to C here. Why? The reason is, since it is a parallelogram, so this will be opposite angles of parallelogram, therefore they are equal. So therefore from 1 and 2 in place of A or C here we can write both the same. So angle A plus angle A is equal to 180. That is 2 times angle A equal to 180. So angle A is equal to 90 here. So angle A we have shown that if this is 90 degree. If this is 90, so this will also be 90, right? And this becomes your co-interior angle, so this will be 90 and this will also be 90, that is opposite angles of parallelogram. When all the angles are equal to 90 degree, therefore a parallelogram with one right angle is a rectangle. This we have seen in chapter 8. And therefore ABCD is a rectangle. So a parallelogram whose at least one of the angle is 90. So it becomes a rectangle. And how all the angles become 90, that I have shown. So this is opposite to this, and this becomes the co-interior angle, and this angle is opposite to this. So all the angles become 90, therefore it is a rectangle. So this was your exercise 10.5. If you have any query, drop it in the comment box. Do like, share and subscribe my channel. Get the math.